Greetings, my name is Rudimentary Rob. Welcome back to my Valheim Hardcore series. Today we pick up where we left off exactly pretty much as at the end of the live stream, which was on the 7th of June, which was about 36 hours ago. So I'm still feeling a little bit of, rundown and stuff, but that's normal. And given it's a holiday Monday here in Australia, I'm going to be doing my best to recover some brain matter between now and the start of work tomorrow. So hooray for that. Couple of quick things before we get underway. Big thank you to Oladino and Ronya for joining me on this particular stream. It was absolutely fantastic. I loved having them around, and we got up to quite a bit, including a reasonably respectable death count during the course of the stream. Oladino saw herself clear of not actually dying, so congratulations to her on her Oladino strategy for not dying. Clearly it works. Anyway, we did get quite a lot done. We came down here to... Oh, actually, what did we do? We started with the Elder. We bumped the Elder off, and then we came down here near the Bog Witch and proceeded to do a crypt. And there, and where this new base is pretty much where a lot of the dying occurred. And this is pretty much where we are now. There's going to be a lot of background work going on to develop the base and make sure it is spawn safe. At the moment, it is definitely not spawn safe. More so, as you might have noticed a couple of times I've looked at my inventory, yeah, I'm not in a good way down here. I do not have any spare gear. I'm actually using Oladino's troll set at the moment just to have any armor at all. We have a mace, we have no shield, we have no bow, and yeah, we're very low on supplies. So I know at some point I am going to have to go back to the main base to get more food and more supplies. But as at sort of loading in, I had it in my head that I was just going to get this base as, I guess, safe as I could before I did that. Yeah, minor spoiler, I didn't have the food reserves I thought I had. And given I didn't have a bow to fend off raids with, it was going to be a very bad idea for me to hang around and try and improve the base without it being spawn safe. So the first part of this episode is me determined to try and at least get some smelting underway. But of course, smelting attracts attention, and in an unsafe base next to a swamp, that's a very bad idea. In terms of other discoveries, yeah, we've got another Elder spawn very close to our base. I haven't explored that yet, but I might give it a bit of a look. Given I've died a couple of times, I've actually lost a couple of the swamp keys. So I can't remember if I've still got 2 or whether I'm actually down to 1 swamp key at this stage. It wouldn't surprise me if I've only got 1 left, which means I am going to end up needing to do the Elder again. So whether we make that another raid, I don't know, but I need to do a bit of recovering between now and doing another raid. At the minimum, I'm going to be getting this south base up to a reasonable standard. I've decided, given how much travel time there is between this base and the rest of my setup, I'm actually going to turn this into a fairly major base with quite a bit of storage, fully upgraded workbenches, lots of sleeping quarters, and make it a bit of a hub for any future activities, because there's actually quite a lot of swamp down this end of my starter island. So We're going to need the resources to keep ourselves going down here for a while. So, yeah, that's going to be part of my efforts. Even though it's only been about 36 hours since we finished the stream, since I recorded this episode, so recorded the footage, I've spent, I'm going to say, most of my Sunday afternoon. So Sunday morning very early is when the stream finished. I had a bit of a sleep. I got up and then I just wanted to, I had itchy feet, I guess. I wanted to get the get this base a bit more established and just address a few of my concerns for supplies and things like that. I think I spent pretty much my entire Sunday afternoon just ferrying essentials down to this base. So sailing up, loading up the boat, and then sailing back. I've got a bit of that, some of that recorded, which will be part of the next episode. But I've spent a lot of time, which I didn't bother recording just because it took forever. This is a very uneven site, and I wanted a nice level area for planting crops and, setting up a building and all the rest of it. So it took me ages. I mined out all of these rocks that you can see. Well, maybe not all of them. Well, not these ones, because these are where the boats are, but there's a whole bunch of rocks. I mean, this is a great thing about building bases in Black Forest biome. There are so many of these rocks around that you can mine to get more stone. And it took a long time to get all of that done. Even now, I haven't really finished working on the base, but I'll do a big base reveal, or at least a progress update of some significance in, it won't be next episode, it'll probably be the one after. Now, in the background, we ended up doing a Black Forest crypt so I could get some more Surtling cores. We skimmed through that pretty much because, having a bronze mace and wearing this troll gear, skeletons, even the rancid remains, aren't really a challenge for me, so that's why I just zipped through that. We ended up getting back to base, and that's where I pretty much had the epiphany to just come back here and take stock and just do a bit of a resupply and start getting some more of the essentials together, so that when I do go down and start developing the base, I'm not having to start from scratch so much. I'll have some bits and pieces from here already. Now, that said though, I didn't want to not bring iron back with me because, hey look, I've got smelting set up here. I was sailing back anyway. Why not take whatever iron that we had brought back at the end of the stream, which was the bit that we had in the boat. It was, 2.5 stacks or so, and we needed some chains as well because we need that for the cooking station and the forge update, or forge improvement. So we brought all of that back to that, I'll call it a swamp base for now. That's all of the things that I brought back with me up here. As you can see, smelting the iron bar has unlocked huge amounts of improvements, and having the chains as well means that we are in a good place to get a few upgrades done in this base. Now, I never intended this base to be a major base, but for the moment, because it's what I'm kind of working out of as I work on the other base down at the swamp, I wanted to get a few of the forge improvements down. Because I never intended this to be a major base, I didn't really make a lot of room here for stuff. So I've had to relocate a chest, relocate the forge cooler, and now we're in a position where I've just added 2 levels to our forge here, which will come in handy a bit later when we start doing some upgrades. There'll be more on that in the next episode. For now, we're just getting a few things there ready. Yes, that's a random chest in the middle of the floor. I haven't quite worked out what I'm going to do with that yet. Yeah, there's a lot of things that need a bit more work here. We're going to be doing a bit of a remodel of the kitchen now. Not sure why I went to the effort to put wood on those fires, because in a moment we're going to end up destroying all of that and replacing it with a better setup. Before we do that though, we've got our preparation table, which is a new addition from the Bog Witch update. I dropped it down and then I thought, hang on a minute, why didn't we just unlock all of the feasts? Yeah, minor spoiler, it turns out in my rush to get down to the Bog Witch in a previous episode, I thought I'd bought absolutely everything, but there was a spice or a herb or whatever it is that either wasn't there at the time or it was and I didn't buy it. The spice blend for the meadows, you actually need that as well in order to unlock the feast. So we still don't have the feast yet, but that's alright. I'm going to make a trip to the Bog Witch. Given I've got a base down there now, it's a little bit easier to do. We'll make a trip to the Bog Witch at some stage. We've already got a bucket load of cash down there from raiding that crypt during the stream. So we're in a good way to get whatever we're missing in order to have the feasts. So for whenever the next stream is, I'll make a point of having feasts and any other mod cons that we might have been able to unlock. We'll have all of those available to us as well. I'm going to try and work on having some more armor improvements done as well, because quite clearly from the stream, and this is reasonably predictable, I had the same sort of experience in my previous playthrough. The swamp really is a bit of a step up in difficulty, and the Draugr, with how fast they are and how hard they hit, you really need a decent level of preparation and a few equipment upgrades to make sure you're in a better position to handle that threat. So yeah, I've got quite a bit of grinding to do in the background. First, before I can do that though, I've got to stabilise. I've got to get a safe base down there. Now that we've killed the Elder, the base raids that we get are the swamp ones, which involve either the oozes or Draugr, and I'm just not in a position to be able to handle those at the moment. So it's going to be a bit of a delicate operation to get that southern base sorted, but we're going to cover that in future episodes. For the moment, we've reached the end of this one. If you've enjoyed it, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and to consider subscribing if you're not already subscribed. Until next time, my name is Rudimentary Rob. Thank you very much for watching, and make sure you have yourself an absolutely fantastic day.